Hello, everybody. Welcome to today. I'm going to talk all about how to stop posting on social media, why you should stop posting on social media, and what you can do with the time that you don't have to stress about it or post about it. I know it's exactly the opposite that we talk about, but I do want to touch on this subject. If you are joining me live, all you want to do is just go hi in the chats and the comments, engage in the conversation. If it's on replay, just give it a like or just comment when you're watching so we know that you've checked this one out. There's a big reason for that because we want to make sure that you're getting this information, you're implementing information, and you're asking the question, well, how can I use this to grow my health and fitness business? If this is the first time joining, welcome. We do these every week on Thursday to help you to take your business into the next stage of the game. And so if you are watching it live, just write hello. Now, I did a podcast on this topic, and I want to kind of re-talk about it a little bit differently with you guys here in the Crush group. And the title of it wasn't, clickbait or anything like that. It really was true. And the question is, how do you stop posting on social media, and why you should stop posting on social media? Well, social media is not the most important thing to grow your business. I'll say that again. Social media is not the most important thing to grow your business. What's more important is to understand what it takes to acquire a customer. And when we acquire a customer, we look at it and go, okay, that customer is going to take our business in growth trajectory. So a lot of people look at social media, and I certainly have over the time, and go, if I keep posting, if I keep direct messaging, if I keep doing my Facebook Lives, if I keep on my Instagram, my Facebook, and my LinkedIn, my business is going to grow. Obviously, they go, okay, that's what I need to do to grow. And not to say that's not true, but the whole concept of why we use social media is to actually help us to bring brand and awareness and conversions to our business. But we're going to go back a little step. We're going to go, let's look at the funnel. And you've probably heard me explain this before, where we have brand at the top, marketing and sales. Now, sales is about getting people to go to an offer and then convert the offer into a client. Brand is about ensuring that your messaging, your brand is out there that people know. Like behind me, I have my sign. That's brand, right? That sign is not going to come to life and take someone's credit card, right? It's a brand. It sits there, right? And the middle of the funnel, this is where it's your opportunity to get to know, like, and trust somebody. And that's through a Facebook Live like this. That is through putting on your Instagram about how you work out your type of workouts, filming somebody workout, hero videos we've talked about before. And so those things are important, but we spend pretty much, like, if I say how much time you spend in marketing, a lot of people go, well, not enough. But if they have the time, all the conversations about, I'm posting on Instagram, what app should I be using on Instagram, or should I be using the app to automate all my posts out at once? And these are all the wrong questions for growth. The right way to grow your business is having a streamlined process to do that. Now, in the podcast, and I'll put the podcast link, hey Tash, if you can share the podcast link in for that episode, I'll put the podcast links. If you've never listened to me on a podcast, jump on the podcast channel and listen to that. We're up to episode 99, I believe. So on Monday, we're going to crank 100 episodes. So if you haven't yet listened to the podcast, jump into that. We do those every day between Monday to Friday. And the theory here is to ensure that we focus on what works. Now, what does work? Over the last 10 years, this is our 10th year anniversary at Com Marketing. So 10 years. And I would say that, I've seen a lot of things come and go, hack, short-term plays, templates, all these kind of things that are cool. But there's one thing that always works, and this thing is not sexy. Doesn't have billions of dollars of marketing towards it. You don't see it on billboards. You don't see it. Not everybody's talking about it. And do you know what it is? It's emails. That's right. It's emails. You see, emails, we own our email list. We own a database. And so with emails, because they're already bought into your brand, they've been following you on marketing. Well, the emails are the best conversion metric when it comes to um, taking the message, i.e. this is my offer, and sending it to your clients because they already know you. Where Facebook and Instagram, it's all interruption marketing. So it's great for brand, it's great for awareness, it's great for vanity metrics, it's great to look good, it's great to, beat your chest and say, we're doing this and we're doing that. But at the end of the day, what's going to work the best is email marketing, because it's going to convert the best, they're going to retain the best, and they're going to be long-term raving fans. And as much as we run Facebook ads, we teach people to run Facebook ads, that works still. But don't forget about the best performing piece of marketing that we have over the last, I'm looking at my results over the last 10 years, just particularly in this. Emails are still a valid piece of marketing. And so for some reason we forgot about emails. We forgot because Instagram and Facebook took over. And when they take over, they have a lot of money behind them. So it's like, why would you email anybody before? And so we see it. We know that Messenger's there. We know that direct message, all those things that work. But at the end of the day, emails is still a great source. So that's the best traffic source for conversion metrics, right? And then what you want to do is you want to use the emails to basically get people to raise their hand. Just like we've taught before, we need to get people to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in having a bit of a chat with you. Can we chat? And so the emails is a great place to do that, because it's not on the top of the funnel. It's right in a sales trajectory. So it's right when that you're emailing back and forth. You're on a personal communication level, a personal relationship. Where Instagram, you've got just a lot of different accounts. Some are fake, some are real, some are not there all the time, some are plugged in all the time. And so emails is a great platform for that. So that's why I say stop posting and spending all your time that you have with marketing on social media. I think it's one of the worst strategies that anybody can give, because it simply does not work. It just simply won't work. Emails is always going to be better for an acquisition piece. When we look at Facebook, use Facebook for relationship marketing and things like that. But don't forget that emails are still a very, very, very strong source, and they've been strong in a long time. And remember, from Instagram, from Facebook, you can get people to opt in for something. So on Instagram or Facebook, you can say, hey, go here and download my ebook or download my cheat sheet on the best recipes and things like that. That's awesome. That's great. Do a lot of that. But remember, don't forget about building up your database. That's key. You're going to be able to sell your business for more if you want to sell it. You're going to be able to have better flow of leads all the time. Okay, so if you've got not many people on your CRM or database, this is kind of a sign now to say start getting people back onto this database. That's really important. Team, love to know what you think about that. If you're watching this live, just write hello in the chat. On replay, give me some love. This is the Crush Your Fitness Marketing. Every Thursday, we bring you a live segment of a little bit of homework you can do for this week, and a little bit of ways that you can keep pushing your fitness, wellness, and Pilates business forward. Yoga, what is it for you? I'd love to know what kind of business you're in. So, guys, just to recap, bit of recap here. Number one, don't spend all your time on social media posting. If you've got 3 hours to spend in marketing a week, I would spend 10 minutes on social media, get your post done and get off, and start focusing on other attributes such as email. Why? Emails has lasted a length of time, and they always work. They're always working because you own the data. People know you. They have a relationship with you, okay? Also, too, if you're going to try to get an acquisition in emails, make sure there's a hook, make sure there's an offer, and make sure they can simply just reply back to you for more information. Don't have to make it overcomplicated. Remember what we're doing. We're raising hands. We're asking people to say, hey, I'm interested. Great. Reply back on the phone. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate marketing. I think funnels and, having automated emails that go back and forth, they're great. But we are talking about localized marketing. We're not talking about a big international operation. That's what they're great for. But when a lead comes in, just make sure you call them in the next 2 minutes. That's pretty much the rule for that one, right? So guys, what do you think about this? I'd love to know what you think. Hopefully, I've swayed a little bit of keep on the social media, like take the pressure off social media and just post it, get your thing done and get off. There's other ways to grow your business, guys. So love to know what your thoughts are on that. Now, what can you do from here? If you haven't yet explored this group, it's a good way to go to the guide section and go check out some videos we've got, to go check out some past Facebook Lives, some long form training as well in there. There's some training on offers. There's some training on what sort of percentage of, how to create a great compelling offer. There's a whole bunch of videos there in the guide section. There's templates, there's resources as well. And if you need anything, just raise your hand and we can get you that information, most importantly. Okay. Also, too, quick announcement. We've got, if you've been watching this, Facebook Live, you're in the group, we've got a very special event coming up. It's called our Common Mercy. It's behind me. The theme is called Brave. And listen, if you have been watching this, I'd love to invite you as my guest. This is our event for our clients. We call them our ninjas and scalers. And if that's something that you think you'd be interested in, to have 2 days of immersion experience with some best marketing coaches. We've got some amazing speakers. We've got Vanessa Leone, Emma Masters, Jason Campbell speaking about Sell with Love, and CEO of Fitness Australia, Barry Elvish. He'll be there as well. Just write immersive in the chat and we get you those details really, really fast. Elisa says, I find people don't really open their emails anymore, me included. Yep, spot on. And that is the case. However, we don't need everybody to open them. We only need a very small percentage to open them to get a response back. So yes, not as many people open up emails. You're correct, 100%. However, at the same time, we look at Facebook and Instagram, and only a very small percentage of people see your posts as well. So it's like, newsletter, like letterbox drops. I would say they don't work that well compared to what they did, but they still work, very small percentage. So if we don't want to spend on Facebook ads, we have to have a really good stream with our email marketing. And the most important thing is be consistent in email marketing, because consistency will overwin. If people don't open emails, it means you can adjust your headlines. So look at your headlines most importantly and test headlines. So you might want to send 2 headlines out. So you might want to send, if you have a list of 100, send 50 people one headline, 50 people the other headline, and see which headline gets people open up the inbox more. In the headline, use, for example, their first name. Ensure that the hook is really well on the email. So ensure that if they don't read anything, they'll open up because of the headline. So think about everything in that order. Just like a Facebook ad, we look at attention, hook, story. With the emails, same concept. Am I going to open this? Will I open it? Will somebody else open it? And I would spend, if you had 30 minutes to focus on writing the email, I would spend 20 minutes of that, I should say, on the headline, 10 minutes on the actual content of the email, because the headline is more important than anything else. So if that's the problem, focus on your headline and start looking at the headlines. Add emojis to headlines. Add more compelling words to headlines. Don't go broad, go niche and niche to ensure that your clients can open that inbox. That's the first problem that we have. Okay, so check on that, guys. Hope that helps with that. But great question. Emails definitely are not where they were before, but no marketing is where it was before. And that's the reason where we come back to consistency. We come back to making sure that your emails are going out on a regular time. We recommend our clients, they send between 2 to 3 emails per week. 2 to 3 emails per week. And we have a series. We have a series of different things that you send out, not just buy my service, start, sale. We want to avoid that stuff and give more value in the email too. So again, if you've been like a lot of promotions, heavy promotions, you want to go back to more relationship building for a couple next few, and then you can ask them to buy or do something on that. Okay, if you want any help, a bit more help with that, just hit me back, help, and we can get on a quick call and figure out a better solution for you. All right, team, thanks for the question. Guys, have an amazing day. If you're watching this day, night, morning, whatever, check it out. And if you do have somebody that you want to invite into this group, just invite them into the group. Say it's a cool group to be in, and we can welcome in and kind of tag them where they need to get to next to help them grow their health, fitness, wellness business. Team, big love. Thank you so much. Let's go out and use this little tactic and try it out. See if it works for your fitness business. Thanks, guys.